Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Delightfully Chaotic. I'm Tamara. Hello. Welcome back. So, hi. It's been a while. Not really. Um, I didn't really have when did I last post? I last posted like about a week ago. So, I guess I'm on time. I don't know. Um Got a few things to rant and rave about. My weekend was okay. A lot of my weekend was wasted because I did something really stupid. So it's October, but I'm in Florida, so it was like really nice weather this weekend, like 70-ish. So me and my sister and her friend went to a water park just for a few hours. And I was like, oh, I'm going to take this little edible before I go out, whatever. Just lay out, have a good time, whatever. So I take it before I go to meet them. And I was like, let me get some fries because I had only had like a piece of fruit. So let me get some fries from McDonald's or whatever just to have something on my stomach. So I go to the water park and I don't really feel any effects of the edible until like close to the time that we're leaving. So it's like 2 something in the afternoon. We're leaving. And my sister's like, hey, come by later because we're going to have a barbecue. I'm like, right, fine, bet. Come by later or whatever. I'll come to her house later for the barbecue. I go home, I take a shower, and I'm going to run some errands and stuff before I went to her house. But I started to feel the effects of me basically being, I don't know if you've ever overdosed on edibles, but it's a wretched, wretched feeling. It's terrifying. I started to feel it coming on. Like, okay, I need to lay down. As soon as I got out of the shower, I put underwear on and that was it. It was like 3 o'clock, 3:30. And I'm like, okay, I need to lay down because I started to feel I was getting hot. Like the back of my whole back, like my neck, everything was just hot. I started to feel queasy. And I'm like, oh God. Now, mind you, I hadn't eaten anything. I didn't eat anything at the water park. I only had the fries and a piece of fruit. So that's basically what happened. I didn't eat enough. And you would think I would know better because this has happened to me plenty of times. It was a 50 milligram edible, which is a lot. But I've had around that amount before with no issue. But this, whatever this was, ooh, honey, it had me out. So basically, yeah, that was my weekend. I went to the water park, came home that Saturday around 2 something, 3 o'clock. Around 4, I said, let me lay down. I turned the fan on, and I felt okay. Like I said, okay, I can get through this. Let me just ride it out. Let me ride it out because it's happening. It's done now. It's happening, and I don't really remember much. I just remember getting up and having to throw up every once in a while, really queasy. I didn't have anything in my stomach, so it wasn't really anything coming out. I just felt awful. I felt like I was going to die. So that was all Saturday. My mom was calling me. I never have my ringer on. So at the very least, I can hear like the phone vibrating if someone calls. But I didn't even hear that. Like I was out. I was out. But before I actually was completely out, I was like, let me call my sister real quick and let her know what's going on because I'm not going to be able to I can't drive. So she was like laughing. She's like, okay, you're good, whatever. So then after that, I just don't know what happened. I don't know if I passed out or whatever. I didn't actually get out of the bed until that Sunday, the next day, that Sunday, like around 10 o'clock or something. And I was still hot. And I was still queasy. I just felt like crap. I'm like, girl, why didn't you? I could have eaten something at the water park. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. It was just such a delayed reaction. And most edibles are like, but usually it takes about an hour or so. Like, this shit took almost the whole day to actually start doing the things. I was out. That was my weekend, basically. My dumb ass was in the bed all of Saturday and most of Sunday. And then work. And so, yes, it's Tuesday night and I'm recording this. So, yeah, welcome back to the episode of the podcast. This shit. Let's get into this best. So, last week, I think I talked about Tammy Roman and her daughter having an interview. Really quickly, I did not know this is Tammy Roman and her daughter, how they were talking about how Tammy doesn't like her daughter being gay and doesn't want her daughter's girlfriend to come to any of the family events because she's not comfortable. Whatever, idiot, whatever. But this is a complete aside. I had no idea that the other interviewer of the podcast was Kandi's daughter. I had no idea it was Riley. Like, she looked like a grown woman. I said, okay, Riley. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that because I didn't know that. I was like, I did not know that until I had heard somebody else talking about it. So yeah. Also, I heard an update about the Brandy and Monica tour, specifically the show where Brandy had to leave early. Now I heard, you ain't heard it from me, but I heard that people actually saw Brandy getting upset with the sound guy, and the sound was actually messed up. And so they saw her they recorded her yelling at the sound guy and then storming off stage. So people are saying that that's the real reason that she left early. And I told you, I said, Brandy and Monica are our generation's divas. And I could totally see her being mad about something like that. But to the point where you're walking off stage and you don't even come back and there's no explanation, like, that was messed up. So I don't really know. At first I felt kind of bad because I was like, maybe my take on it was a little insensitive. Like, what if she really is sick or something? But I don't know. After hearing that, I'm just kind of like, girl, okay. That was in Chicago. Hopefully she feels better, child. But I don't care how famous you are, or how much of a great singer you are, and how much time you've had in the game. Like, acting like that diva, yeah, it's fun. It's campy to say, oh, I'm a diva or whatever. But in reality, that shit is whack as fuck. Like, let's just say she really was mad at this nigga about the sound. People are paying to see you sing. And from what I understand, there was a pretty good chunk of show that was still left, and Monica kind of filled in the cracks. Girl, do better. I hope you feel better. If you were lying about being dehydrated, God will handle that. Speaking of God, pastor publicly humiliates black mom and her son for not donating $2K to his church. This pastor is Marvin Winans. Last week, this story came out. It's a video of a woman and her young son, probably like 9 years old, and they're coming to the altar with $1,200 altogether. And he's like, that's not what I asked you to have. He basically is, oh, this is PerBlackNews.com. Pastor Marvin Winans of Perfecting Church in Detroit, Michigan, is facing backlash after a viral video showed him correcting a member during a fundraising service for giving less than the requested $2,000 donation. First of all, how the fuck are you going to tell somebody how much they have to give the church? God ain't never told y'all to do that. God ain't never told y'all to do that. I'm even skeptical about the 10%. Because at the end of the day, who wrote the Bible? Man. The moment reignited online debates about church donations and leadership. According to Atlanta Black Star, the clip came from the church's Day of Giving event, where Winans invited members to step forward with a quote-unquote sacrificial seed of 1,000 plus 1,000. Why even fucking say it like that? 1,000 plus 1,000. Are y'all out of your damn minds? Do you know how much $1,000 is in this economy? Many congregants donated 2,000 or more, reading short messages about faith and unity. But when one woman offered 1,235, the exchange quickly turned awkward. People are actually donating money out of their pockets during this time for a church. I understand the church needs to be built up. I understand the church needs to stay looking nice and neat and clean and safe for the patrons or whatever. But this is fucking insane. That money is not going to no church fund. Let's be for fucking real. Let's be for real. This is one of the reasons why I stopped going to church. As she spoke, Winans interrupted her and said, "That's only $1,200. When she explained she would give the remaining $800 later, he responded, They didn't what I asked you to do." So fucking disrespectful. So disrespectful. Which was later edited out of the church's live stream, spread fast across social media. So why did y'all edit that out? Because you knew that what he said to her, talking about "that's not what I asked you to do," was nasty as fuck. Y'all church people are gonna learn one way or another. For real. Social media users criticized the pastor's tone and questioned the purpose of the fundraiser. "Just say $2,000 then," one person commented. Another one said, "I would have took my money back so fast and would have never set foot in that building again." Exactly. I would have took that check back. I would have took it right back. But from what I understand, she wasn't offended. She didn't feel no kind of way. You're lying. You absolutely did. I would have been embarrassed at the very least. She's fine with it. She's a blind sheep that's just following his lead, honey. And there's no excuse for this. Like, I don't consider myself like a super religious person. I believe in God. I'm a spiritual person. I believe in God, absolutely. But I don't believe in like this religion shit. Like, I don't get it. To me, it's just another form of control over other people. And it's just not for me. Like I said, that was one of the reasons why I stopped going to church. Why is there an offering for everything? Your son's going to band camp. You ain't got no money. You ain't got no job. It's just like, oh, since I'm a pastor here and like, it's my birthday, might as well. It's just like people who put their cash up on everything online. Like, stop. Stop. Stop begging for money. And that's what I see it as. Like, what are we doing a fundraising event for? What are the changes that y'all making at this church? I want to see them. And this same church that this nigga is the pastor of, Perfect Peace or whatever, perfecting church, they need in come November 1st, they need to be having November 1st is a Saturday. Perfect day to have a food drive, yeah? For your congregation, the people who aren't going to have any food stamps on November 1st. Yeah? So maybe that money that was provided to you during your fundraising event, you can spend some of that on some food for your congregation. Let's see if that happens. Seriously, if you are an avid churchgoer and your church is not talking right now about how they're going to help the community, specifically the churchgoers for their church, with everything that's about to happen with these people losing their benefits, you need to stop going to the church. And you definitely need to stop tithing. We'll see, child, if he's gonna have some kind of event for the people who are basically losing their food benefits. We'll see. Tyler Perry decided to gift Marvin Wayans. What's this damn man's name? Marvin Winans with $100,000, and we all, those of us on the right side of common sense, all have our own thoughts about Tyler. So it is what it is. Tyler, he is the most tone deaf, most just abhorrent. Is abhorrent the right word? I don't know. Please don't make me look it up. He is the most. Ugh. An item of a behavior. I don't know what that means. I guess that was the wrong word. Shit. Tyler Perry is annoying as fuck. Let me just say that. I don't have any other words. October 27th, TheRoot.com. Internet slams Tyler Perry for pulling this move for Marvin Winans' church days after offering controversy. Just when Marvin Winans' offering drama cooled off, Tyler Perry entered the chat, and the Black internet has a lot to say about it. Because what are you doing? There's no way that you didn't see anything wrong with how that man was talking to that lady about her money. The article reads, just when you thought the controversy surrounding Bishop Marvin Winans and his rebuke of a congregate's offering was over, Tyler Perry just entered the chat. And as you could probably suspect, many people online have a whole lot to say about it. As we previously told you, on October 19th, Winans, leader of Perfecting Church in Detroit, held a day of giving in an effort to raise enough funds to finish building the sanctuary. What? How long have they been trying to build the sanctuary? Pastor, what's your sanctuary looking like? Huh? Huh? Oh. While that's not something out of the ordinary, where things went south was when a woman named Roberta McCoy got up to give her donation of $1,235. We already spoke about what he said to her. And both of them, both Winans and the woman, defended the viral moment, with the latter saying she didn't get rebuked, but rather corrected. So she's like, oh, he just corrected me. That's not your fucking daddy. He has no right to correct you. This is the thing. Like, these black people who are indoctrinated into this Christianity that was beaten over our head, literally beaten into us. This is how y'all really be acting. He is not your father. What are you afraid of him for? Sir, give me my damn money. Give me my money. Oh, he corrected me. He is not your father. And there's ways to correct. You could have just took the money and off to the side. Hey, next time, can you make sure that you do X, Y, and Z? Or have one of your handlers tell her that. You don't do that in front of her son. And imagine the way that he's perceiving all this. This young kid, probably like 19 years old. Imagine how this is coming across to him. He's seeing his mother probably working hard. She's probably a single mother. I don't want to assume, but if she's not, she's probably still working hard, as most of us are, even with more than one income in the house. And he probably sees her struggling, and he probably sees her proud to get her money together and give it to this fucking church, only for you to basically spit in her face with it. But you still took that money, didn't you? Anyway, I don't want to say fuck a pastor, but ugh. So basically, Tyler Perry was like, not on my watch. So he donated $100,000 to the church. Winans says, quote, we have received one person called and he said, tell my name. He said, because I know God is in this. Tyler Perry sent $100,000. Winans shared as the rest of the church shouted and danced with glee. Y'all ain't getting that money. Who getting it? Daddy Winans is getting it. Unfortunately, by the time the news of Perry's generosity began to make the rounds on the internet, others weren't so positive about it. Quote, I normally love Tyler, but this ain't it, to be honest. Someone else wrote, this not the move he thought it was. Weird, just weird. Someone else wrote, did he give the lady he disrespected anything? Did anyone address his behavior? Oh, okay. Right, like, it's his behavior. And people like Tyler Perry are like, so okay, basically you have this $100,000, Pastor Winans. So what now? Are we done with the should that be enough for the sanctuary? Are you looking forward to embarrassing anybody else before the end of the year? Someone wrote on Twitter, this Marvin Winans situation is why I stepped away from Christianity back in 2012. Just greedy and condescending. Tyler Perry only donated that $100K to clean up his image because he's a creep. Yeah. I don't know if I would have did all that because I don't know how that cleans up his image. I think it was probably just like he probably thought he was doing something. He probably thought, oh, this is going to be a slap in the face for everybody talking shit. Like, no. You're perpetuating this whole, like, Christian, like, so Christian and so religious you can't even see, like, what's really in front of you. You can't even see, like, the real fucking world. Like, just completely sheep. Like, literally sheep. For TikTok user The Main Darian, he went so far as to allude that Perry's giant donation was just a way to garner up some positive news for him, considering the shocking sexual assault lawsuit he's currently facing from one of his former employees. Again, how would that turn into anything positive for you? From Darian, quote, I think the black community gonna have to come to an understanding about they favorite Medea, because whenever Medea needs the black community, all of a sudden goodness comes from his camp. If you get what I'm saying or what I'm putting down or whatever. Exactly. Anything he does privately always finds out a way to be out publicly. That's why he told the Winans nigga say my name. And then also the other Marvin Sapp. I really used to like Marvin Sapp's music. I really did. And he's just another one. Just shut your ass up. He's defending this mess. He wrote, let's have an honest conversation and please read thoroughly before you respond. How is a pastor wrong for publicly raising finances to advance ministry, feeding families, funding outreach, building community? Nobody said that he was wrong for that. Yet those who attack the church for doing so are simultaneously generating income through algorithms, clicks, and controversy. That's what are you saying? What are you talking about? One raises resources to build the body, the other uses the body's perceived flaws to build a brand. Different motives, same monetization. So the real question is, if both are benefiting financially, is one for the church and the other is for personal gain from the conversation around ministry? Why is one labeled manipulation while the other is celebrated? Shut up. It's like you're purposely trying to be stupid because you probably feel convicted or some kind of way because you were caught doing something similar when you were telling the damn people to close the damn door so you could take all these people money. Shut up. Shut up. Somebody wrote, what's disappointing here is that if he's raising finances to advance the ministry was the issue, there'd be no issue. We do not need to be purposefully obtuse here. Thank you. Pastor Winans is not being criticized for raising an offering. Exactly. So your whole point, Marvin Sapp, is moot. He's not, that's not what he's being, you know what he's being criticized about. You know, you sat there and saw him talk to that lady just like we did. And you probably was like, ooh, scratching your neck. You know how black people do. You probably had a reaction to what he said to that lady. You probably had a little chuckle because you knew it was out of line. And you know that he's not being criticized for that. You know why he's being criticized. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I'm so tired of these fake begging pastors. If you are raising money, you accept what's given. Exactly. So shut up. You don't chastise no grown ass person for a misunderstanding and then still take their money. Fuck you. Anyway, let's see what happens in November with this perfecting God church or whatever it's called. They need to be having all the damn food banks. They need to be going to Sam's right now, getting all that shit. Huh? Have people come in the parking lot, get their shit. You need to be they need to be showing some kind of outreach, something. You got $100,000, you got the 1235 from Miss Roberta. Huh? Let's see what happens, child. But fuck y'all. Okay, so there was an interview. I didn't look at the interview and I'm not going to, but I thought it was interesting on Threads. Um, Kandi Burress and her husband Todd Tucker, they have a podcast apparently. And he was basically talking on his podcast. He's saying that he doesn't feel like he is the head of his household. Todd stated that Kandi is an alpha female. I hate the whole alpha female male thing. Ugh. Alpha female. So it's either her way or no way. No, she's the breadwinner. So yeah, is that what you meant to say? Todd also stated that his name is not on the home they share, so it has always felt like he doesn't have a voice. It's whatever Kandi says. Why would you even bring, that's a really personal thing to bring to like an open forum, like a podcast to talk about. Like, I'm sure neither one of them really care, but like, um, why would you be talking about your personal business? She makes more money than you. What do you want her to do? Hey babe, even though I make all the money and I'm pretty much able to buy all this shit myself, you want to put your name on the house? Will that make you feel better? You want to do that? Okay. What are you talking about? This is, and I think on the post, I think I mentioned how it's kind of similar to the David Justice interview where he was basically saying he married, Halle Berry, and he was expecting to get like the traditional wife and stay at home and cook and all of that. And it's like, nigga, you married fucking Halle Berry. Do you understand that you married Halle Berry? You expect for her to shrink herself and contort into this traditional trad wife role when that's not what she was when you married her. Just like Todd, you knew that Kandi was way more influential and famous than you were. I think he was a part of the crew or something on the damn show. Like, she had way more than you, and she will continue to have way more than you. And if she's smart, which I'm sure she is, she's keeping, I'm pretty sure that the assets that she had before they got together separate. Like, that's what a smart person would do. I'm sure they have a prenup, all of that. Like, why do you need to feel like a man? Why do you need to feel like somebody needs you? Like, why men who feel like they need someone to need them, or they need to feel like they're, you know, doing something, like, I don't even know what it is. Like, what do you need? I don't understand. Because if that was the case, you should have married someone who was on your pay level. You knew what you were doing. You knew that she was successful. Did you expect for her to shrink herself? No. And as far as him saying it's her way or no way, if she has the funds and she's the main breadwinner, and what you're talking about specifically has to do with money and making decisions with money, and it's all her fucking money, then yeah, nigga, what you mean? It's just like this patriarchal like fantasy that they have growing up, like, oh, I'm gonna get married, I'm gonna be the man of the house, and they tell these little niggas at like 12 years old, you're the man of the house now. No, they're not. They're children. And it's just, I really wish that Black people will stop perpetuating this shit. Like, it is okay. It's fine. And you really have niggas out here like really resenting and really low-key hating their partners because they really feel like, oh, I'm not a man and my name ain't on nothing and da da da. That doesn't make you a man. Like, can we please just stop? Someone wrote, sick to death of men acting like they were put on earth to tell somebody what to do. Exactly. Go chase a bag. Okay. Somebody wrote, y'all are misunderstanding what he's saying. He doesn't have a problem with her making more money. He has a problem with the fact that Kenny doesn't make him feel like a man by allowing him to lead and make decisions in their home. Now, he didn't even really say all of that. It sounds like he's has a problem with the money. Kandi wills her power, her money as power. Kandi makes more money than most people. That was never the issue. You don't even know these people. Shut up. We're going based off of what he's saying on this podcast. If I was a man, only my therapist would hear this. Exactly. Why would him as a man even be saying this shit? Kenny gave his daughter an allowance. If I were him, I'd chill out. Exactly. Shut the fuck up. Another example of a man thinking he could break a woman down in his sob story when he realizes he can't. I really do feel like a lot of men want to be able to do that. They want to be able to take these powerful women, or even women that are just like regular everyday women, but they're going places, they're doing things for themselves, they have things going on for themselves, and they want to break them down somehow, whether it's getting them pregnant or, humbling them in some way. And you could say you love somebody to death, but and marry them and all of that, and still have that ulterior kind of motive, like looking at them like, yeah, like you could really be married to someone and actually like be really super jealous of them at the same time. Yeah. Somebody said, I'm starting to think Kandi's mother was onto something and Aunt Bertha too. Okay, it's a scheme that Todd set up. The problem was he was financially okay, but I guess he thought Kandi was going to pay for all his business ideas and projects and make him decide what should be done with her money. Ooh, I don't know about all that. Yeah, I thought that was interesting, and I really want y'all niggas to shut up. Like, nobody asked. I don't know if they asked him specifically about that, but I want y'all to hush. Shut up. Chili is spilling all the tea. Chili with TLC, that is. Child, Chili is the thing is, like, how can you really be out here like this, showing your full face with your full chest, talking about people in this industry that are still alive? Like, she is talking about how Babyface was treated by Boys to Men, honey. Let's see what she talking about, child, because I didn't really listen to all of it, but I was just like, ooh.
But I'm not gonna say their name. We went on tour one time together, all of us. Nope. But I'm not gonna say anything else. So anyway, these guys, no, seriously, because it's one, like, as an artist, and even like a lot of producers, deep down they want to be artists, or artists, want to, kind of like start producing and all that. It's like everybody loves the whole thing, but this particular group, it was two members and one mainly in particular. So after they had great success with Babyface, that's all I'm gonna say.
I knew where you were going with that one. Yeah.
Then the one was like, "Well, shoot, we can do this kind of music." Really? Oh, okay.
His exact words were, "We don't need Babyface."
No, we don't need. Yeah, we don't need Babyface. Yo, and that was the end. No, I'm serious.
So it said in the comments that she's talking about Wanye. Now, I heard that Wanye has a really bad attitude, really bad disposition, like he's an asshole. And if we remember, he also dated Brandy when she was like 15 or 16 and he was like in his early 20s. That's another thing, like ill. So people are saying that she's talking about Wanye. I'm thinking maybe Wanye and his brother, or maybe Wanye and Sean, because I heard Sean was a little asshole too. Now, people are like, oh yeah, I always heard about them. I don't think it's all of them. I think it's just two of them. I think Wanye is the main one. Talking about, oh, we don't need Babyface. Okay. Somebody said, we don't need Babyface. Everybody needs Babyface. Kandi said they were rude too. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that they're not nice, and it's like Boys to Men, like Boys to Men, like Motown Philly, like Boys to Men, like oh Wanye is in these comments, honey. Yeah. This is nostalgia moments on Instagram. Child Wanye Morris. It's official, honey. He said, "Y'all are wondering why am I chatting? It's because I got time today, and trust me, I'm a Leo. If I crash out, everybody would know it." He is just like he's responding to people. Oh, that hit dog is hollering, baby. Much love to you all in peace. This is Wanye. Oh, she didn't say anybody's name. And he's saying to the person, because they're like, are they talking about, isn't she talking about you? One you're talking about. And this is what I mean, sis. Instead of believing a person says it's not true, you'd rather say it was me and try to antagonize with the tis, 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 which is cute. But people would rather believe a lie than hear accused tell the truth. Oh, you did this. You were the main person she was talking about. You were all in these comments. Oh wow, they played themselves. Absolutely. You don't need Babyface. I know they were like looking at him like, nigga, go what? Oh, Wanye is booty hurt. Somebody put for real, where are they now? And Wanye put right here, friend, enjoying the blessings of God, a flourishing career that's no. I love me some Wanye. That little head nod that he be doing when he be doing them runs. Wow. This is the last thing I'm gonna read from Wanye because he is hurt in these comments. And yes, Babyface is the greatest to ever do it, especially with Boys to Men. Why would we deny that connection or that power? It's an amazing synergy and a long-standing friendship. I just don't appreciate people lying on our friendship to be seen or heard. Talk about TLC and one of the biggest selling female groups of all time. A very interesting topic, I might add. No, you did whatever it's saying. She said. Now again, why is Chili telling any of this? I could see if one or all the parties were like passed away or whatever, like, oh, it's a little antidote. But these niggas are still alive. Babyface is very much still alive. Wanye is clearly alive and in these comments. Like, why would you even stir this shit up, Chili? Like, you ain't got nothing else to do. But it was entertaining, child. He is in these comments. He said, Wanye, you know what? I'm gonna call Babyface tomorrow and see if he remembers Boys to Men ever say we didn't need him, especially because he's been on every project since. He is the only one in this. He is crashing out in these comments. Somebody put Wanye and Nate. Yeah. Oh, I thought that was a little interesting. Chili, you ain't got nothing else to talk about, babe. Like, nothing else to talk about. Come on, girl. KeKe Palmer's production company has a new show that's been under fire lately. It's called Southern Fried Rice. The name is skeevy. Ugh, whatever. This is per complex.com. Palmer under fire for new Southern Fried Rice TV series about Asian student enrolling in HBCU. So the show is about an Asian student who was raised in a Black family who enrolls at an HBCU. Why? Yes, there are people who are not Black that go to HBCUs. Why do they need to have a whole show focused around them? KeKe Palmer is expanding her Key TV platform. That's the name of her company, Key TV platform, with a brand new original series, Southern Fried Rice. According to BET, the show, which officially launched October 22nd, is designed to spotlight a unique coming-of-age story rooted in both cultural and generational themes. So KeKe's production company, I guess it is the one that spearheaded, I guess, or funded this project. And the original creator, I don't have her name off the top of my head. I think because people have been talking about it, because it's like, why are we doing this? Like, why? Why can't we be the center of our own stories? Why does it have to be an Asian girl or someone who's not Black going to HBCU? Like, why? Who asked for this? This is per the article. According to the original synopsis, the series follows Coco Johnson, a Korean American girl raised by her Southern Black parents. After enrolling at Wright University, a fictional but prestigious HBCU in Atlanta, wow, of course it's in Atlanta, in her late father's alma mater, Coco finds herself navigating questions of identity, belonging, and self-discovery. Of course she fucking does. She's going to an all-Black school. The plot explores how she balances the expectations of her family with the reality of campus life, while also tackling friendships, love, and the ways those around her perceive her. Palmer described the project as one that represents the mission of her network. Southern Fried Rice is exactly the kind of story I envision Key TV telling, one that reflects our diverse realities while still being full of humor, love, and heart. She said in a statement, "This series represents the next wave of creative voices that are shaping culture, and I'm so proud Key TV gets to be a part of that." Yeah, a lot of people weren't really feeling this. I don't really know. I have mixed feelings about it. Will I watch it? Probably not. Maybe I will probably watch the first episode and report back. Um, but someone writes on Twitter, as a Black Ivy League student, I cannot begin to express how tone deaf this series is considering the current political climate. Really, KeKe, yeah. If we see a huge surge in them taking from Black culture, I'm gonna blame somebody. Yeah. Because KeKe does the things. Like, I admire her. She's one of those people, she's not afraid to just be herself. What seems, she's not afraid to be herself, and she's just very outgoing, and she seems like she's just always on all the time. Like, she's just like this person that's just on all the time, which I'm sure is not really the case. I do enjoy KeKe Palmer. I enjoy her projects and the things that she does, but again, I am also thinking, why was this needed? A lot of people are like, why would you do this? Despite the criticism, the cast lineup reflects Palmer's commitment to introducing new talent alongside familiar faces. The series stars Love Island alum Cordell Beckham, Choice Brown, that's the daughter of Tabitha Brown, she's cute, Ashley India, Jada Lewis, Paige Yang, and Sean Rose. Now, I might watch it to see Choice. I like Choice. I'll probably watch the first episode. I'm not really super excited about it. I will definitely watch the first episode just so I can come back and have something to talk about. So I'll try to find it somewhere on my jailbroken Fire Stick and report back, y'all. Whew. Kind of within the vein of TV news, I love watching 911. It's a TV show about I guess the main protagonist would be like firefighters in Los Angeles, and then police officers. Angela Bassett is one of the main characters. Her husband on the show, when it first started, was played by an actor named Rockman Dunbar. Rockman Dunbar, I never knew his name, but if you Google him, you'll know who I'm talking about. He was in The Game. He was on Girlfriends. He's done quite a few things, but a lot of the things I've seen him in have been kind of like one-off, like feature roles and things like that. But he played her husband, and I just noticed that he wasn't on the show anymore. I just noticed he wasn't on that damn show anymore. I'm like, oh, okay. Because honestly, his character wasn't really that big of a deal. But this nigga was making like $100,000 an episode, even when he wasn't on any of the episodes. So he was making money. I emphasize that because he done lost his job. This is per blacknews.com. Actor Rockman Dunbar broke down in tears after losing his lawsuit against Disney, where he claimed he was fired from the hit TV show 911 for refusing the COVID vaccine due to his religious beliefs. A jury ruled in favor of Disney, ending his 2-year legal battle. This nigga has lost everything. It's not funny. It's not funny, but it kind of is, because, like, regardless of how you feel about this damn vaccine, I got the vaccine. I got it a few times. I needed to keep my job. I don't care, give a fuck what y'all talking about, mark of the beast or whatever y'all want to say. Fuck it. Don't get it, whatever. But my thing is this: if you're making $100,000 per episode, and I think I remember seeing or reading that even on the episodes that he wasn't in, he was making money. Why would you play that dangerous game with a heavy hitter, like a big dog like Disney? Okay. According to Variety, Dunbar, who played Michael Grant on the show, shouted, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," to his family as the verdict was read in a Los Angeles courtroom. The actor had been earning $100,000 per episode. This is how you know money isn't real. This is how you know money isn't fucking real. Like, I don't know how to articulate that, but just know that that's how you know that money isn't real. Because after you Google this nigga, you say, oh, I kind of know that nigga. But you didn't know that nigga was making $100,000 an episode for this TV show that he's barely fucking on. That's how I know money isn't real. Fuck this. The actor had been, I can't read it again. He was making a lot of money before his character was written off in 2021 when Disney enforced a vaccine mandate for cast and crew. Why wouldn't you want to come to your place of work where you're going to be around these people for hours on end and not protect yourself and everyone else? Why wouldn't you want to do that? Y'all niggas that was hooting and hollering about this damn vaccine, if that's what you're gonna do, then just quit. Because the alternative is you're gonna get fired if you're not adhering. Like $100,000, nigga, you can't put on a mask for $100,000. You can't get a vaccine for 100. Disney's legal team questioned the sincerity of Dunbar's beliefs. Let me go back. Okay, in his lawsuit, Dunbar said Disney failed to respect his beliefs as a member of the Congregation of Universal Wisdom, a group that rejects vaccines and medical treatments. He testified that taking the vaccine would go against his faith, calling it a spiritual war and against God's teachings. Disney's legal team, because it's Disney, they said, oh, okay. So you have a problem with vaccines and medical treatments, but you're currently on about 37 medications currently because it's Disney and we did our homework. Disney's legal team questioned the sincerity of Dunbar's beliefs, noting that he regularly used synthetic testosterone and other prescription drugs that his own faith considered sacrilegious during closing arguments. Attorney Maria Rodriguez presented a list of 37 medications Dunbar has taken, arguing that his objections were not truly religious. So you did all of that. You drug these people in and out of court every day for 2 years, lost your money, lost your family, because I know you and your wife had some conversations, all for nothing. That's the kind of shit that'll make somebody want to kill themselves. And I'm not advocating for that. I'm just saying, like, I would probably want to just end it all. Because how can you be so stupid? At one point, did you say, let me just go ahead and stop playing with these people? Dunbar admitted on the stand that he was not perfect, quote unquote, but said he had followed what he believed was right. Take my quote, take my cars, my money, I don't care. You have to leave here with your soul intact. This is my spiritual test and I passed. No, you didn't. Since leaving 911, Dunbar said he struggled financially and couldn't find steady work. No shit. Because now the people in your sphere, the people that you were working with and people that you knew of, now they see how much of an idiot you are and they're not going to work with you. You basically just blackballed yourself. Quote, I'm underwater. I spent my entire retirement. This has taken my life into a hole financially that I will never be able to get out of. But you won. What did you win? I can guarantee you he's probably divorced or going through divorce right now. Disney called Dr. Glenn Bronstein, a medical expert who testified that claims about the vaccine containing fetal cells or foreign objects were false, calling them ridiculous. Dunbar's attorney, Scott Street, argued that his client's beliefs were sincere, even if they differed from mainstream religion. What matters is whether he is true to himself and true to his beliefs. Shut up. So yeah, all that money. $100,000 an episode, and just think about the children, like the lifestyle that they were used to living, and just how everything just drastically just changes, especially now with this climate and everything that's going on, like the uncertainty of everything. Like you was playing checkers with niggas that play chess. Like Disney is not no hoe, like. And it's not even the fact that it's Disney. Like, common fucking sense would say, hey, like, did your lawyer did not ask you, are you on any medications? Like, did they already know? Like, why would you even? And I'm not saying that he was lying. Maybe he really does believe that maybe he really does have this religious belief that he shouldn't be taking medications or vaccines. But again, why would you be taking any medications at all then if that's the case? 37 of them. I don't know if it's at the same time throughout the course of his life he's taken 37 medications. They can get that kind of information, like they can get your records. What an idiot. Rockman Dunbar. Dumb. Yep. I had a lot of shit on here today, but Gilbert Arenas. So Gilbert Arenas is like an ex-basketball player. He's like a early 50-something-year-old child, I think. How old is he? Too damn old. Isn't this the one who changed his name or something? He's 43. He's a 43-year-old, 20-year-old, and he has a podcast too. Surprise, surprise, I think. Gilbert Arenas just exposed the secrets, quote unquote, about what NBA players do on the road, and the internet has thoughts. This is per theroot.com. In a recent sit down with whatever, N3 on, former NBA player Gilbert Arenas revealed when NBA players do most of their dirt and how. He's married, by the way. His wife has the patience of Job. When you're in the NBA, meeting women isn't exactly hard to do. Just ask former player Gilbert Arenas. In a new sit down with podcaster N3 on, whatever, I don't know what that is. The former Washington Wizards guard shared some not so secret secrets about the lives of some professional players, and the internet has some thoughts. Quote, when the NBA season starts, that's where all the bad habits are, he said. Now I'm flying to Miami. Now I'm flying to Atlanta. Now I'm flying to Los Angeles, New York, Houston. Come in at 2, 3 in the morning. Okay, what's the problem with that? Arenas told the host that when they're playing games away from home, athletes use their downtime to kick it, something he says their wives and girlfriends would never allow during the off season. What do you mean? We are partying and drinking in damn near every city we go. Different girls every city we go. I mean, duh, everybody knows this. We're partying during the season on our work schedule in the summer. We ain't doing none of that because our girlfriends and our families are here. Oh my God. He was on a podcast with that idiot white dude who was caught calling black people the N-word. Of course he was. Things got even cringier when Arenas, who has been married to Melly Monaco, that is not her real name, since January, told his young host that one of his favorite pastimes was posting up at a mall outside of a high-end store like Louis Vuitton to attract women. You don't even really have to buy nothing, just have the bag. He is such a like there are 43-year-old men out there who really think like this and who really are like this. Like, first of all, we all know what basketball players and uh, uh, football players, we all know the type of shit that they do. You didn't have to go on to this little boy show and say that. Like, everybody fucking knows that. But why would you do that? And are you still doing that? Are you still, because you're still technically famous, quote unquote. Somebody said, and this is follows up what I'm saying. He's basically telling the interviewer that the sun is hot and water is wet. Right. We all know this. This episode finna expose half the league. How? Everybody knows that. You know who? You know who? I don't want to say it, but I know for a fact LeBron is cheating on his wife. He has to be. He's LeBron. He's LeBron fucking James. Like, come on. He has to be cheating on his wife. I don't want that to be a thing, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was. But all of them are. Well, most of them are. It's so cringy. This is somebody who wrote on YouTube. It's so cringy for the married 43-year-old man to act like he's still getting game behind his wife's back with this shit he says just to hype up this clown. Exactly. I just, uh, men like him just, they deserve the lives that they have, I guess. Because men like him can't be actually happy. Like, there's no way. He's miserable. There was a theft at the Louvre. Is that how you pronounce it? The Louvre. Um, ABCnews.com. The Louvre. How do you pronounce that shit? A timeline of the brazen theft investigation and first arrest. So 2 people have already been arrested. This is in France. Is that where it is? 7 minutes is all it took to artfully plunder the world's most famous museum, and 8 days for police to announce the first arrest in the brazen theft. On Sunday, October 19th, four masked thieves stole 8 pieces of jewelry from the Louvre, valued at 102 million, sparking a national outcry. And it wasn't no outcry. A lot of niggas was like, yeah, that's what they get. They stole all that shit, so steal it back. And I saw people saying, I hope it's Haitian people. I hope it's I hope it's African people. I hope it's whatever. It's probably not. It's probably like some white people or whatever. Maybe not. This reminds me of that show that was on Netflix called The Heist. And it was about a group of ragtag, um, robbers and what do you call those people? Con artists. And they're basically like robbing banks and stuff. And it's really good. And they wear like the red jumpsuits with the mask. It kind of reminded me of that. And like all the other little shows and movies that you see about like the group of people that get together, like Ocean's 11 or whatever it's called. I've never watched any of those movies, but like it's really kind of exciting. Like, and this really happened in real life. Like these niggas really actually planned this shit out for however long, and they actually did it seemingly well, even though people got arrested. But like, I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing. Keep that shit, sell it, do whatever you want with it. Because a lot of these museums, these really famous museums, a lot of them have, a lot of the artifacts have blood on them, literally and figuratively. So fuck all of that. Um, yeah, it only took 7 minutes. They timed that shit. They did like run throughs and everything. They were all up in there, like casing it out. God, it's so exciting to me. Just 8 days later, French police announced that 2 people have been arrested in connection to the theft, as the nationwide manhunt continues for the remaining 2 perpetrators. That's interesting. So at 9:30, they arrived at the Louvre. A truck with an extendable ladder arrived. At the museum, the thieves raised the ladder in order to reach the second floor balcony. They did all this in broad fucking daylight, my nigga. That's some balls right there. It was only open for an hour at that time. Oh, wow. I mean, just think about it. Like, they probably had like disguises and stuff. Were there men, women, both? I really want to know the race or of the people who did this. Yeah, that was cool. Oh no, somebody left their DNA. Come on, you can't do that. They'll probably find them, but not anytime soon. I'm hoping. And I'm hoping that there are black people that took it. And I hope they actually get away and they don't have to face any jail time. Cam Newton got into it with a mascot at a game. I guess it's hard to tell who's who. Um, there's a video here. Um, he got into it with an Alabama A&M mascot. I guess they're doing some kind of thing where the 2 mascots from the opposing teams are doing like a race or something. Oh, he's about to swing on this person. What the fuck? And then Cam somehow is out there. He's fighting the mascot. It looks like they're playing, but not really at the same time. How did that happen? How did that happen? Somebody in the comments said Cam dressed like an imaginary friend. That's why I said you can't tell who's who. Oh wow! But you know what? The nigga in the mascot costume was probably talking shit the whole time. I thought that was funny. Nigga was mad when his Curious George hat fell off. But you don't do that. Yeah. Go home and take care of that new baby you got. Oh, okay. So this is the last thing I'm going to talk about. I think I have something. I think I have some not mess, but I saw this video of this black woman with her. This was like 2 weeks ago, giving birth, and from all appearances, like the video that we see, the baby is out. The nurse, I guess they take the baby over to the little thing and put like the little clothes on him. So the nurse put on a onesie that said, "Will you marry my daddy?" So this woman just gave birth. She's disoriented. She's kind of out of it. She can barely even really see what it says. And before she could even really have skin to skin with her baby, and maybe she already did before they recorded, but to me it seemed like she hadn't yet because she was reaching out for the baby or whatever. He's on one knee, the boyfriend, proposing to her as the nurse is handing her the baby. Now, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but when I was watching it, I was like, why would you choose this moment to do this? Like, why would you choose this moment to take the attention away from her because she just had a baby? Like, all the attention needs to be on her and this child. You're taking the attention, and the people who helped him, I guess they thought they were doing something nice, but like, I thought that was kind of whack. He might definitely end up being one of those men that's jealous of their children, so she probably would want to watch out for that. um Probably will definitely be one of those men who's complaining about not being able to fuck after like 3 weeks. Probably want to watch out for that. But I thought that was just really skeevy and weird. Like, why would you do that? Um, Chalice Bell, this is per blacknews.com, a 28-year-old African-American mother from Chicago, got a double dose of joy when she looked like, nigga, what are you doing? Got a double dose of joy when her boyfriend proposed to her just moments after she gave birth to their baby boy. Like, why did you have to? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not a big deal, but I don't think that that was necessary. He really could have waited to do that. Belle and her partner, 30-year-old Denzel Kimber, welcomed their first child, Ace, at Advocate at got the whole damn name of the we don't need to know all that. With help from the hospital staff, the father planned a surprise that turned the living room into a scene of celebration. He said, "I looked over and he was on one knee. I was shocked. She didn't look happy." And the onesie said, "Mommy, will you marry daddy?" Yeah. Well, that was very annoying. But I guess if she likes it, I love it. She knows him better than anybody else. Why would you do that? Like, and there are men who actually are jealous of their children. Like, there are men out there who are jealous of the attention that their children get from the mother. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he turns out to be one of those men. I know that might be a lot, and maybe I'm being too dramatic, but I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, I think I have, okay, Not Mess. Meg Thee Stallion's new song came out called something about my baby, or something. Love a Girl. And the visuals are giving. She's perfect. Well, nobody's perfect, but her body's great. She's young. She's doing the things. She seems happy with this nigga. And it sounds like a bop. I ain't got no bed. But I wouldn't mind, bumping this from time to time. Um, Getting my twerking sessions on. I usually twerk in the shower. But yeah, that was cute. That's Not Mess. TV and teens. I don't really have anything to. I'm still watching Reasonable Doubt. I just saw the most recent episode. Still very good. Very, very good. Um Actually, I don't even remember what happened. I might have to watch it again because I watched it. Did I watch it yesterday? I don't remember what the fuck I did after I basically was dead for like hours. So on Saturday. I might have to watch it again because I don't really remember what happened. But yeah, that's it, y'all. I've been talking for a long time, and I hope this shit made sense to you. Thank you for listening to me rant and rave, and I'm hoping that you enjoy the rest of your week. And thank you for coming back. And until next time, bye, niggas.